So, I guess nobody's on here yet. I know I'm running behind from what I wanted to do. But, and I'm not waiting on anybody because these things take forever. Do I want to get, yeah. I'm trying to get enough paint on here, but I don't want to lot. Let's see if this will be enough. So if anybody comes on here and goes back to rewatch anything, I'm going to leave this open. I don't know why I closed it. But this is my paint palette, and I just barely put any paint in here. I mean, barely any. Got my little napkin here. I got some paper towels because I know I'm going to need them to clean my brushes and stuff. And my paint thinner, I'm going to need more because this is empty. I poured the rest of what I had into a little ketchup bottle here. I just want to make sure that that's good and shaken because this is not a brand new bottle that I'm using it. Pour that right into where I've got that paint. And you want your paint to be really thin. I can't exactly show this without it dripping. And I didn't get that thin enough, and I need more to paint with. But you don't add more paint unless it's just not dark enough. And this is dark enough. Squeeze this out of my brush back into the little palette thing. Hi. I'm not sure who's on, but hi. I'm working on getting this paint mixed up so that we can start painting veins. Woohoo! And it's been a long time since I've actually painted anything for the Reborn. But this is the color for the veins. It's a really dark blue. It's actually called vein blue. But once I mixed it, it's now that color blue. And let me move my phone here. Now I can show you guys what I've mixed. If it'll work that way. If I can. If I can see to show y'all. I'm looking for it. Where's my camera thing? There it is. I'm trying to find it here. There's my paintbrush. There's the paint. So, yeah. I'm trying. Anyway, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There you go. I can't really get it in close. But anyway, I've thinned it out. Hi, whoever just joined. So anyway, enough blabbing. Let's get to working. Oops. I'm trying not to get this on my table because my table is really porous. So, whenever you do order your first Reborn kit from where I got mine from, it comes with a practice leg. So I'm going to use the practice leg. I wish it came with an arm instead. And I'm taking my whatever number brush that is. I can't find it. It's got a number 18 on there. 18-0. Anyway, the tiniest little brush there is, and it is very, very, very teeny tiny. Let me do it this way. I'll put that on there first to show you in a little crinkle of my hand just how tiny it is. But babies are tiny. And I didn't get my paint mixed up good enough. I still see a little bit of dark in there, but you want it to be mixed up really, really, really well. And yeah, my sister was saying something about, well, what about the smell? You want to get? No. I'm using mineral spirits. There's another thing that you can use. I don't remember the name of it. But I'm barely dipping my brush in there. And I doubt you can see that. Yeah, I've got a little few sprigs sticking up. But anyway, I'm taking my practice leg to practice first. That's why you have one. It's a practice leg. And you can see how that was from the first time I used to practice on. And you see it came out too dark. So it's always good to use your little practice leg first to make sure. Because see, I've got a little bit of veins on the back here. But I'm going to do it up here where I didn't do anything. Just to practice. And a little, see, it's so tiny, I didn't even catch anything. I know y'all can't see, but you will in a second. And that is a little too thick. A little too heavy-handed. So I'm dipping it in, wiping some off. I'm going to wipe that off. Because it's not permanent yet. I'm just practicing. And see, like a circle with a little loop on it. But I'm going to touch that with my hand. Because I don't want it to be drippy. You always want to practice first. Because, I mean, this is not permanent yet. I want you to remember, this is not permanent yet. Okay, I like the way it's starting to come out. See those fine, very fine little lines? Okay, now the scaly part. Scaly. And this is how I do. This is how I did my first one, and this is how I'm going to do this one. You know, it's always better to have a picture of something you're using, but I'm not bringing 50 billion electronics in here to look up a picture or something whenever you've got a picture. Your own hand. So that's what I'm using. Left hand, and this is left hand. And so I'm looking at my veins. And I'm going to set this down without painting anything else. I'm setting this down flat on the table, and I'm looking at my hand. And I have... I'm going to try and prop this up a little bit better. Oops, without knocking everything over. And you still can't see. Okay. Maybe that's a little better. I'm trying. But I've got a little squiggly line right about here. And it goes about halfway up my hand and into my wrist. And that's a little squiggly, but that was a little thick. So yeah, that's all I did was just touch it. And then I've got one from my finger, and it loops over and goes that way. So finger, loop over, and go that way. And then I've got another little one that kind of comes off from this one about halfway up, and it squiggles the other way. And I may have gotten my paint a little bit too thinned out, so I'm going to add a little tiny bit of paint. And how I'm going to do that, I'm touching. All I did was barely touch it on this side. Yes, I shake a lot, but I barely touched it. I didn't dab it or anything because it does not take much paint at all. That may not have been enough, but I would rather have too little than too much. I'm going to touch it again, and that should be enough. Okay. Touch it to my hand to clean it off. And let's go back over this a little. I'm just barely like tapping it. And that's what the lines on my hands look like. Sort of. I'm not an artist, a painter, or whatever. I'm not Bob. I can't remember his name now. Yeah, we're going to paint happy little trees on the hand. Happy little veins. And I've got a squiggly line here. And I've got one going that way. And I'm going to pretend there's one there because I like it. Touching that in my hand again. And I've got, it's like a V shape on my index finger. So I've got one V going that way. And then the other V kind of comes up this way, like that. And then I've got, at my thumb, I've got a thicker vein at my thumb. So we're going to give you a thicker vein, or at least a vein there in that area. If it comes out thick, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Yeah, it came out thick. I had to go over it a few times, but it got a little thicker. And the vein at my thumb, it also goes down kind of from my thumb to my finger. So we're going to go down the finger and up to meet that vein. And I have a vein going down my index finger. So I'm going up. I just noticed I've got a speck right here on the knuckle, not of paint, but it's like a little piece of dust there. You can't have any dust on here, or yeah, you don't want a dusty baby painted in now, do you? And we're going to paint a vein down that finger, and I kind of have one a little here. Yay, we have a finger veined up. Looking at my middle finger, I have one going up my left side a little. Just a little. And just a closer walk with me. Okay. And I've got a tiny thing here on my middle finger, so that's going to go up. But on this one, it came out a little bit too thick, so I'm touching, barely touching, just to thin it out, because babies don't have big people veins. And already my paint is starting to get not like unmixed. It's darker in areas than others, so I'm going to use my big paintbrush, stir it up, dip it in the paint, touch my hand with the thing. Alright, and y'all see I've got veins poking out. Okay, moving on to the next finger. On my ring finger, I see I've got a tiny little vein, tiny, right on that part, but the hands are curved in. So turning it around and doing oh, I gotta watch that little piece poking out. Oh, still too thick. You don't want to put it on there too thick. There. Now I've got one tiny little vein. Tiny little vein. And even though mine doesn't go all the way up, I'm going to shake the pieces to add a little more veinage on that finger. Now we're on the pinky finger. And I'm barely seeing any veinage on here, if I'm seeing that correctly. Dab it in the paint. Dab it where there's no paint. And I don't see a drop on there. Most of the time when you're painting anything with anything watery, you might see looks like a drop on the end. You don't want that. Okay, so going down the pinky now. And like my sister said, she was like, oh, I couldn't do that because I shake so bad. Well, it's a good thing to shake whenever you're painting veins. And it's kind of plain here in the middle. Why is that? Okay, I've got veins there. From my ring finger down on my left side. Yeah. And there's no veins here, so I'm going to... Okay. Yeah, a little more veinage going on. And now where there's empty spaces, I'm going to... No, I don't want that there. You can barely touch. If you put any veinage on there that you don't really want, you can barely touch it with your finger and it'll come right off. And I want a vein right there. Yay! I think I'm done with the hand. I might go back and retouch. Now looking at the front of my hand, yep, there's veins here in the thumb area. And I'm almost out of paint, which is what you want. Always be almost out of paint on here. And painting on the inside of that thumb. For a little more veinage, I've got one in the middle. Going from the hand all the way up the wrist. From the hand up to the wrist, and then it gets a little squiggly. And then I've got a vein coming this way. I gotta relook because I had to add more paint. And then I've got a vein that goes off that way from that one, and I've got one that comes off this way from that one. And I'm going to extend that one a little. So that's what I've got. Even though you can barely see that, it's there. Let's see, what else do we got? Yep. Got to dab it on. And look at the pinky finger. And I've got a little vein coming up this way. And I'm going to kind of blend that a little to go there. I'm going to add a vein there. I'm going to add a vein there. I'm going to add a vein here. So even though you're barely seeing anything, it is barely there. I can barely see it. And I've got a hard vein coming up my wrist on the thumb side. It goes about halfway up. So I'm going to continue with the one that I already got. A little bit closer. And then I got a little vein here. There. And I'm going to connect this one. Just connecting little, tiny little veins. Okay. Now we've got our wrist done. And you can barely see it. Isn't this fun? Yay. Okay, now look at my thumb on the back side. Okay, I've got a thick vein going up the inside of my arm. Yeah, I'm kind of blowing it dry a little bit, but it's not permanent. So I don't want to lay it down or wipe it too hard. So I've got a thick vein coming up this way. But on the baby, of course, it's going to be thinner. And then it kind of breaks off from the wrist and joins that vein. And what else? I've got good veins, but... And I don't see very many more veins in my arm. But I'm going to add a little vein on this side just so it won't be completely naked. Yay. I'm just going back and adding a little veinage here and there. Not much. Oh, that was a little too thick, so I'm going to wipe that off. But over here, where I like the vein previous to that, if I get too close, it's going to wipe that one off, and I don't want that. Okay. And that one didn't wipe off completely. But, you know, you have those lighter veins that you can really, truly barely see. So, I'm not wiping it off completely and totally. Okay, and I think I'm basically done with just the blue. Just the blue, because, and that's only one arm. I still have another one to do. And I'm not going to use that same brush for the red. What color is this? Let me make sure. This is Warm Blush. I don't want Warm Blush. I grabbed the wrong one. I'll be right back. Okay, instead of fooling around in my room where it's darker, now that I have all this light, I've got the lights, my ceiling light. Let's see, this is Nail Tip. And this is Brown. Lip Blush Nail. I may use that. Eyelid Purple. Yeah, there's a lot. Not a lot, but you think about it. And this is Matte Varnish. Okay. So I'm trying to decide what I want to use now. I know I don't want to use my Warm Blush. I may do that, because that's a little brownish. But the brown, that's definitely brown. And if you have brown veins, especially veins that dark brown, you might want to see a doctor. That's not healthy. And this is Eyelid Purple. Even though it says purple, it's, yeah, it is purple. It doesn't look like it whenever you're looking directly on it. It looks more like a reddish. But whenever the light hits it, on my end, you can tell it's got that purplish tint to it. But there's a little bit dried in here, and you can see it's really, it's like a red purple, if that's possible. Yes, it is possible. And I don't want to use that. So anyway, warm blush, lip blush, nail. Okay, warm blush, no. I'm going to go with lip blush, nail. That is really, 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 really red. But it's not. I mean, it is in here, but it's not once we start with it. So I'm touching a different brush. I still have my big one in there. But I'm just barely going to touch this in there. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's a little bit more liquidy on that side. Adding a little bit more. I want a little bit thick paint. Come on. Just a tiny bit. There we go. That's enough. And I'll show you in just a second. Get my paints closed up. I don't want them to dry out. I'm sure it'll take a while for them to get that way, but if this doesn't pour out, if it does, it'll come out on my hand. Anyway, there you go. That's the red. Barely any in there. Now I'm going to take my paint thinner, pour that in there. Just a little bit, because I didn't use that much paint. And it's like a pinkish color right now. I'm going to add a little. Wait a minute. I don't know if I am, because I didn't mix that really well. Putting that on my napkin. And I can show y'all what color it's going to be once I do get it mixed from a napkin. Oh, there we go. There we go. Ooh, I may have added too much, and I barely touched it in there. No, I didn't. I'm happy with that. So we went from really red to, let me mix it up a little bit more. A little bit red. This is what it was whenever I said it's a little bit too light. And I'm going to clean my paintbrush off some. To this color. Because I wanted it a little bit darker, but we don't want dark. And this is about, and this is again, that's why it's called lip. It's labeled. Everything is labeled, and this is called lip blush nail. Because that's what color the cheeks, the lip, and obviously the nails are going to be. And I'm going to take the little brush. Don't do what I do. I'm putting it in my mouth. Because I'm tired of that one little piece sticking up. And if that'll well, nope, didn't unstick it. I still got a little. piece of paintbrush sticking up. But anyway, I'm going to barely dip that in there. Touch it to my hand. Touch it to my hand. Because the first time I got it too thick, and the second time I got it way thick. And I'm looking at my hand, and I know I saw some red, purplish looking veins. You know what? I am going to grab my purple. I know. You said you weren't. Yes, I am. Eyelid Purple. That dark, purplish, reddish. And I'm going to add a little dab of that into the pink to see how it comes out. La-di-da, la-di-da, dabbing it on my brush. Because it's got just a tiny hint of purple in it. And I'm not going to mix that thoroughly. It's in there good enough for me. Yep, and it came out a little bit with the purple tint. I know y'all can't see that, but I've been down here long enough, and I'm ready to try to get done with this hand. A little bit of purplish. And where did that thing go? There it is. And it's almost the exact same color as the vein on my wrist. I'm showing y'all because what you think is paint is not paint. And that's my real vein. The paint, you can't tell because my real vein looks not real. Okay, so now I'm looking at my hand. And beside this thicker vein, there's a little tiny red vein there. So there's a little squiggle. I got that too thick, so I'm going to touch it. And it's still on there. I just touched it to thin it out a little. And more red veins. I've got one around here. And touch. And I've got one around the center of my wrist, around here, and one there, and touch. Oh, yeah. Because you don't have that many around, but there's just a few here and there. But if you add the few here and there, it's going to be amazing. And do I have any? Yeah, I've got a few here. Got like one here on my wrist. And one up here. And add just a little here and there. And there's an imperfection on her hand. It's not that noticeable. And that looks kind of like a little vein. Oh, I'm running out of paint. Gee, I wonder why. Because you're not loading your brush. And you make no sense. You're putting it on and wiping it off. Yep, that's right. See, this is where my sister would come in handy. Come here, you shake. I'd be like, here, paint a straight line across there, and she'd be going, ooh, perfect. But it's not straight. I know. Do it again. Do it again. Be like, paint a line and let me touch. Paint a line and let me touch. I'll show you where to paint. All right. And I'm just going to paint a few more red squigglies. Very, very thin going up her arm. Because if you do look at a newborn baby, there are little red veins, and you know, it does show a little bit more on us. And even though, yeah, it does. it does. This is just one arm. One arm. I haven't touched her head. The other arm, and hands. It does take a while. Okay, and I'm moving up her. Oh, hey, I've got dots because I'm broken out. Because earlier I did another live today and I was like looking at my arm and I'm like, yeah, I'm not that bad today. And now I'm looking going, okay, yep, my anxiety is high now because this is just, wow. And I'm breaking out. So I'm seeing my veins more. So yeah, now it's a lot easier to add veins because I know what mine looks like. Baby, honest, I can't tell you right now. At first, I was thinking, starting 180, but then I'm like, wait a minute. Huh, I haven't made one in a long time with the painting going on. I really, really, really don't know. Because this is only, I'm trying to make this one trying to make this one too, make someone else happy. But the first one I made, that was for me. And on my other live today, I showed her and how pleased I was at how she turned out. But she ended up really, really cute. So I'm like, yeah, I want to do it again. And now that I'm doing it again, it's like, oh, I forgot how long this takes. Okay. Doing the nasty again. You're barely using any paint, and I'm not washing this itty bitty, teeny tiny little brush every time. And besides, if you're like, oh, but what if you have the Rona and you're licking that brush? Well, I'm the only one licking it, one. And two, this is going to be baked many, 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 many times. So by the time it comes out of the oven for the 50 billionth time, it's going to be germ-free. Because I'm done with the red, and now I'm looking back and I'm looking at veins all over again going, yep, I got more blue veins that I didn't see until I started kind of breaking out a little. So I'm adding a few more blue little veins, and not only that, setting her down a minute, taking off my pullover because I'm getting hot. But I'm also getting to where I can see the veins in the top of my arm. Because I'm not doing a baby doll, I'm doing a reborn. I mean, if I was just going to make a doll and stick it together, hey, that'd be fine. But reborns are different from dolls. You want them to be detailed. Okay, so looking up here, I see a vein coming up here. So my left and her left, or his left. Okay, I got a vein here. Got a few veins in there. So I'm going to go into the elbow crease. And meeting an outline, going back up the elbow crease. And one that attaches there. And going down, I ran out of paint. So, and there's a vein. And now I've got my two veins on her, right there. And I've got one on the other side. So, looking at it again. And it kind of comes down like a Y. But I know I keep looking and looking and looking, but I want it to be right. Or as close as I can get. Okay. And if I wasn't on camera, I would still be slow, but I would still, you know, I'd be a little bit faster. Making sure all these veins kind of line up and have a few kind of coming off of them a little bit. Let's see. I can't see the back of my arms. Oh, my elbows are ashy. Okay, and I've got veins coming along here. Down there. And kind of wiggle it here. Kind of wiggle that a little there. I want my tiny little vein to join to my larger vein. Yay! I've got almost the front done. But I can't. Let's see. This is the inside, so I'm confusing myself. I know there's a vein around here somewhere, so there we go. I'm adding one there, adding one there. Kind of add one a little around here. A little there. A little there. Now I'm just kind of Spider-Man-ing it. Without making a spider web. Okay. I got little lines here and there and everywhere. I'm wiping my paint off now. Let's clean the brush. And back to the red. Reddish, purplish, veiny. And with the red, again, putting it on, touch it off. Putting it on there, touch it off. Putting it on here, off, here. Back to the hands. Touch. 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 One touch. One touch. And one thing, if you notice, I'm holding on down here because if I grab it up here, even though my paint's dry, it's still very, very, very fragile and it could come off. And a little vein here, touch. A little vein there, touch. I am almost done. Well, with veining. Touch. Touch. Oh, I got that on a little bit too much. So vein here, vein here, vein here. Touch. That was a little too much there. Now it's a little bit pinkish. And I'm good with that. If you get it on too thick, your little red veins, you can just dab it in. And it'll work out later. Because once you add the flesh to it, I mean, babies have weird, patchy looking colors on them anyway. Ooh, I like that one. And barely touch to keep that one there. And this blue vein that I made earlier, it's a little thicker than what I would have liked. But if you notice, where you do look at your veins, where you have the thicker veins, you got more red lining going on, more those little tiny itty bitty red veins. What are the red veins? I don't know. I'm not a nurse. My daughter, she's going to nursing school for... Oh, my paint is getting a little bit too thick. I may have to add a little bit more mineral stuff. Nope, it's mixing back up good. But I don't know what the little red veins are called, so. Oh, that's a whole lot too red. Huh. Easy fix. Touch it. The ones I'm putting on now are a little bit too much. So I'm touching it. But the paint is still barely there. Oh, yeah. She is starting to come alive. I know y'all can't really see, and I can barely see it. And I'm getting ready to show y'all in just a minute. It takes so long to do the slightest of things with these. Almost. I'm going to add a little bit more. Oh. Mineral spirits, y'all. Ooh, they'll get you. I mean, it's not real strong, but if it catches a certain way, it's like, oh, yeah, smelt that. I'm worried about my blue. Did I get it too thick? No. Good. I'm adding more veins here and there and everywhere now. As Prince would say, let's go crazy. I hope I don't get in trouble for that. I'm so concerned about what I can do, what I can say, what I can, because everything's got to be so correct. That's why I don't have any music playing. And besides, I know a lot of people don't like music whenever people are doing like tutorials or talking or whatever. But I think right about now, I'm like, I wish I had something. I don't care if it was just classical. Anything. Oh, my back's starting to hurt. So I forgot to put on this top part of her arm is going to be covered up with clothes anyway, so. But I'm still wanting to do it right. I think I'm almost done with painting. Yay! But anyway, at this point, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of like to listen to something. And I would have come on here with the live stream thing, whatever it's called. But I was like, no, I don't want to fool with that again, because I still haven't gotten that completely figured out. And I need to plug my phone in, because I'm sure as long as I've been here, it's probably dead or close to it. So hold on, I'm grabbing y'all. Don't look at me. There we go. 42%. That's not bad. I am gonna have to get some mineral spirits, because this is almost empty. Almost. There's no almost. I'm sorry. It is empty. This is from the last doll I made. And that's what I have left of it. I'm definitely... Whoop. How did it feel to fall? Did it hurt? Hope not. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out a good setup here. And I have this propped up against my little stand, but it's not working out. Anyway, I need a break. I gotta get up and walk around. So, here we go. I'm going to show you that. You can barely see anything. I don't know if y'all can or not. You can see the little vein in her hand. And you can see a little bit of veinage over here. See? Wow. Little veinage here. Barely anything. And that's what you want. But I'm going to go back again. Add a little bit more here. And a little here. I'm not great at this. But I sure am trying. It's hard to do this. People are like, why do people charge so much for a doll? And I'm like, gee, I can't imagine why. This is just one arm, y'all. Just one. I wish I would, yeah, and I've already been on here almost an hour. And I'm still not done with one arm. And let's be real here. I know if I wasn't trying to do this on the YouTube and worried about showing y'all and everything, it wouldn't take as long. But it would still take a long time. No matter what, it's going to take a lot of time. For me, I'm sure some people do a lot faster and they're going, oh my gosh, you work so slow. Well, you know what? I'm new to this. I've only made one other doll, and that was forever ago whenever I painted that. It's been over a year since I painted that one. But I wasn't able to get another one until just recently. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, I've got more veinage going on now, and I'm happy with it, finally. Clean the brush. It's not that much on here. I mean, that brush is so tiny. I just wiped the paint off and did that because I don't see dipping this in water and then having water covering it, and it's just too much. And I don't have a thimble. So I've got one arm done. I think it's done. I'm going to put this one to the side. Time for another arm. But guess what? I'm going to take a break. So if anybody comes on, because I have to get up, I have to walk, I cannot sit in the same place for so long or else I start hurting. Yes, I started hurting by sitting here. No, apparently I got a message or somebody texted me or something. So, back in 5-ish minutes. Huh. Because nobody's here with me anyway. I don't see the point in... Huh. Let's see if I can flip the camera. Flip. There. So if anybody comes on, you know I'm taking a break. I gotta get up, get a drink of coffee. Hi. Y'all, I'm coming back, I promise. I just got a few things that I have to get done around here right quick. And I hurt, so I have to get up and walk around some. Okay. I'm kind of here, but kind of not. I just don't see the point in me having to, go off and then come back whenever I'm only going to come back and paint more stuff. So that's why I got the little sign here. Be back in 5-ish minutes. But I'm coming back. I just hurt, so I gotta get up. See, if I had a way to bring my heating pad in here, I would. Oh. I'm about to put my jacket back on in a minute, I think. Yeah, okay. I'll be back. I gotta walk. Give me a minute. Oh, and I'm putting some music on. That's what I gotta do also. When the music stops, you know I'm coming. Okay, I'm coming. I'm going to wash my hands again. I don't know if y'all can hear my music playing, but I gotta have something. I don't have a dish towel. Well, I do, but it's full of holes. And I've already dried my hands on it so many times. It's kind of damp. Okay, I'm back. All right. I forgot. Let's see what time it is. Yes, I have a watch on. My battery's been dead for a few years now. All right. On to hand number 2. I'm wondering if I move this back some. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work, I think. I can only move it back so far right now. Oops. Or that'll happen. I'm trying to get everything moved around on this table so I can get it right. There. I kind of got... Y'all hear that bird? She's going crazy, but that's okay. Alright, my blue. I still have plenty of blue, so I'm adding a little bit of paint thinner. Mixing it a little bit. A little bit more. Maybe having music on it'll help me go a little bit faster. I brushed again. Alright, looking at my hands. Veins. I got a lot more veins in this one showing than I did in my other one. So touching that on my skin. Shaking good enough. So I'm just going to go crazy a little bit here with the veins. But really, really thin. Kind of joining them a little here and there. Right around there. On this one, I've got a few lines going that way. A few lines. Let's try it again. That way. And that way. And that way. Pinky. Too thick. Dab it off. Too thick. Dab it off. It shows for me that nobody is here. But I'm okay. Y'all are okay. I guess I'm alone. On my thumb, I've got one up. I need my paintbrush, a clean one. I need some more paintbrushes actually, I guess. Because I got a little speck of dust in the little corner. Oh, it's not wanting to work. But I've got a fingernail. I got that little thick. I've got one little speck there, and I can't get it off, and it's so teeny tiny. It's in between that little crease in the thumb. There we go, I got it. And since I pulled this brush out, I know it's thicker than my other one, but it's kind of hard. But it's got a good point on it. So I'm going to try it with this one to see if the veining will go a little bit better. Yep, it makes it a little thicker. so I had to be careful using this one. Really careful using this one. It just makes the veins a little bit thicker, which is fine because you do have those thicker veins on your hands in some places. So it looks like I'm going to be changing brushes now. Let's do this one and add another one here. And yeah, I've got one going up the side here. I don't know, I've got a little thicky vein going here. There. Now back to my little thin brush. I want to have those little fine veins along with my thicker ones. Silly bird. Oh yeah, I put the music on. She's really wanting to talk. Nobody believes whenever any of my friends or family, they're like, that bird never talks. Yes, she does. But she won't talk whenever she doesn't feel like it. And usually whenever there's like just me and one person talking in front of her, she's quiet, won't say anything. But when there's music going and she can hear me in the distance, she goes crazy. Because she's used to me. She's not used to hearing my voice a whole lot because I'm quiet. Okay, my ring finger, I've got a vein kind of right along in there. The veins on the fingers are really, really, really light, but they're there. So I'm just going to touch here and there with the blue. Was it funny? I guess it was funny, huh? Apparently she's listening to a comedian, an invisible comedian. I better put a vein somewhere on the thumb. It's a kitty! Okay. Just above my thumb, going that way, I have a vein. It's kind of thick, so she's getting a thick one. Okay, I've got one right about here that's kind of thick. And I've got a bunch of tiny little wispy ones here and there. Gotta clean it. Because I'm changing paint now to a little bit of the red. And I need a little more paint thinner because it's been sitting there a minute, so it's kind of drier than what it was. Thicker, I guess. And these paints have to be really, 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 really super thin. Oh, I got paintbrushes rolling everywhere. Alright, now adding a little wispy here, 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 here. I'm just going to go a little nuts on this. And a big touch. Because I want my red veins to be there, but they're so light. And I know through the fingers there should be a few more veins. Gotta love asthmatic cough. It's not the Rona. And I keep finding these little black specks. I know I've already cleaned this really well, but one tiny little piece of dust gets on there and it's so noticeable. Okay, and red on the hand. Yeah, because I'm looking at my hands going, oh, they're really, 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 really pink. Oh, but before I go in with more pink, wipe this off. I didn't put any blue veins on the palm of this hand. So, add a vein, 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 vein. Run out of paint. Little vein here, little vein there. Okay. Can't forget the wrist. And it goes from the thumb down, so thumbish area down. That's a good thick vein. And I got one on the right, so I'm gonna add a vein there that you can barely see. I'm gonna add a little bit thicker. Oops. Adding a few more lines here and there. And I want to grab my other one to put in front of me as a better guide than keeping on looking at mine. I'm going to look at the underside of this one. Okay. And I keep getting shadow looking from where I have the light coming in from that side. So it's kind of shadowy. I'm going to add one more little vein here, a little vein there. Looking at the top. Got a vein here. Add it that way. Go this way. I must have touched it around here and didn't realize it, so we're going to make a vein out of where I touched it. Oh, yep, it takes time. That one came out a little dark, so that's how I fix that. Touch it. Alright, I think I'm pretty much done with the top of it here. I've got a few little patches I want to do here and there. And I didn't do the wrist. And the vein on this one is on my left side, is where my good thick one is. And it starts just above the wrist, so, but it's a little thin at the bottom, so I'm going to come up there. Like, I don't see the lines. I know. That's why I keep having to go back over them some. That's thick. Let me see. See where I said that's the thick one? You can barely see it. And on this one, I've got a little bit of thin wispy here, thin wispy here. And I'm going to go back over the hand because the one on the hands that I put, you really can't see them at all, if I even put any there. Yeah, I'm tired. It's the hard part. Hard painting hands. Like, I'm telling you what, if I could just get away with painting the faces, I would, but I wanted to get the hard part done. I'm a bright one, I know. Looks more like a spider on there. Okay, I got enough blue on the hand. Y'all see some of them are really thick and some of them aren't. Yep, gotta clean that brush. But, now coming in with a little tiny sprinkly red. Okay, little red veins here and there and everywhere. I better turn this back over and start looking back at this one again. Little red vein, little red vein, little red vein. Squiggly here, squiggly there, squiggle. And it's starting to come alive. In case you think, oh, well, good. Once she's done with the veins, then she'll be moving on. No, she won't. Whenever I get done doing these veins, and she's nice and dry, I'll have to go back over it again to make sure I'm happy with them. Make sure I don't want more, don't want to take any off. See, I had to wipe that off because it was a little bit too much in the same place. And I don't want that. Just making these little tiny red ones sporadically here and there. Little wispy veins. And I'm almost done, I think, with this arm. But I'm going to add a whole I did that one too much. Point blank period. And even though I wiped it, well, I patted it, I didn't wipe it. It just kind of blends in a little bit. But babies have more of that reddish look anyway. So like on this wrist, I don't know if y'all can see that. On that wrist, I put a little bit too much at all, so whenever I patted it out that time, it just kind of blotched it a little bit. But babies are blotchy, so if you mess up, if you're doing this part, it's fine. Because we got to come back with this color again later anyway. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Whew. Getting tired is what I'm doing. I'm coming in a little bit more blue through here. Barely. A little more of that red veinage. Because I've watched like a lot of videos of other people doing theirs, and you don't really see a whole lot of whenever they're doing the veins on the different ones. Not all, but on some of them that I've watched, they're basically just doing the blue veins, and then they don't add any of the purplish red colors. Okay. But they don't add any of the purple or reddish. And it just, I'm like, no, you got red veins too. I'm getting overwhelmed if you can't tell. What would you call that? Overwhelmed with audio between the bird and the music. It's a bit much. Okay, I'm pleased with that arm. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to the hand. Got a little bit too much there, so tap tap, wipe wipe. And if you can see that, I don't know, but you can see a little bit more veinage here. Oh, I've got a long way to go. I'm gonna add a little bit more blue. To this, yeah, if it'll do. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Oh, what do I want to do now? I'm bored. So, I'm gonna set that arm there. Set this arm over here. Feet. I don't want to take my shoes off. So I'm gonna guess No, I'm not. I'm not getting that shit off. What foot is this? The right foot. And I know my veins are bulging on my feet. Oh yeah, there's a lot more veins on your feet. Ugh. Now my back is hurting. So bad. Dab that out over here. Where's my blue paint? Here it is. I'm gonna add a little bit more paint on the top. I can't hold anything. And if anybody is commenting and you're thinking I'm being rude by not saying anything or commenting back, I'm sorry. I can't see comments how I have. Okay. And I'm going to work off of my brush for the paint instead of doing it in there. Oh, my foot's getting cold. Okay, inside of the foot, I've got a lot of veins. I've got like one right here around my ankle. Oh yeah, that's dark. Vein, 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 vein. Pretty much the feet, they're a little easier than the hands, in my opinion. Because you can just guesstimate a lot. Because I'm looking down at my foot going, there's just a lot of veins. But then again, I wear my shoes a lot, so maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know. This baby's got some fat feet. Yes, you do. You got some fat feet. Got some chunky monkey little feet. Let's go crazy with the veins. Because my feet are crazy with veins, but I don't know if that's because my older feet. I'm not old, but I've got, my feet are like, oh. They kind of spread a little. It, what's the word? It like, kind of like, my paintbrush went flat on there. So it smeared. That's the word I'm looking for. You know, it would be so much easier if if it worked. Anyway, it doesn't. I wouldn't try it, but it would be so much easier with a blue ballpoint pen. Just be like, oh, okay, yep, done, no problem. Ooh, that's a lot of paint. See that paint I just put on there? That's gonna last me for a minute, even though it's not that much. Instead of having to dip my paint, I can just touch my hand. Ooh. Okay, now I'm trying to just kind of connect this going down to the toes. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know where she got that from. Oh my god. I think she must be combining something because I know she hears me saying, oh my word. Maybe that's what she was trying to say. I don't know. happy little lines. Oh. Gotta start again because it's starting to like unblend, I guess. Hey, whoever's joining me, I'm totally not ignoring anybody. If anybody has said anything, but I can't leave chat on here. I think it's maybe because because I'm on my phone and I don't have it like up and down. Maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know. I'll look at that in a minute though to see. Oh, wow. Yeah. Huh. Hey, I figured this out. I'm writing like a wispy K, and then the other way, do a K the other way beside of that, kinda. And it looks good. Oh, yay, I made my way around. Almost all the way around the ankle. Yay. You've got a lot of blue veins. Probably too many. But I'm going to even it out. Oh. Paint's a little... I say thick, but it's not really thick. Okay, that music is too loud. It's getting on my nerves. I'm overwhelmed. Audiologically? I know that's not a word. It's just too much. I need my... I'm not used to noise and everything. I'm going to turn that down. And I'll be right back. Okay. I had to turn that down. It's not down all the way up. Well, somebody was here and they left. But I had to get that music turned down. And I pulled the page thing up in another window on my computer to see if there was anybody. Yeah, Genesis Paints is what I'm using. Mixing this up a little bit more. My red veiny vein paint. Cleaning my brush off on the little piece of paper I have over here. And back to red veins, which are easy. Hi, whoever is joining. Nobody has really spoken, so and I can't. Hi, I've got more people coming in. Hey, y'all be nice in the comment section. Please like and subscribe if you're here with me. I promise usually my channel is more about crochet, but today we're painting veins. And I didn't want to leave my channel empty while I'm trying to grow. So I'm like, yep, we're going to vein paint together today. And I've been painting so much that everything is kind of starting to run together. And I'm like, yeah, I know I'm not doing as good of a job as what I would like. But I'm going to go back and fix a lot of this off camera. I'm going to have to add veins and take some away and do a lot of blending. I'm definitely not going to be able to do the other leg and foot. Not today. Well, maybe. I might do it later. But I just don't think that I can do all of the veins in one sitting. It's just a bit much. I haven't even finished the foot on this. And then to think I've got the whole leg to go, and then I still got another one. But I've got both arms, I think, done. I'm going to go back and look at that in a minute. This just takes a long time to do. So if anybody wonders, you know, because I know a lot of people, including myself, I was one of those people. I always wanted a Reborn. Oh, well, I can order a Reborn. That, you know, I know they sell them. If you want them, they sell them. You can always find what you want. Somebody's selling it somewhere. And then you go online and you look and it's, wait a minute, they want how much for a doll? No, no, baby. You are not paying for a doll. You're paying for a Reborn. I mean, I've been on here almost 2 hours. And so far, I've got veins that I'm going to have to go back and redo on this one because they've lightened up too much now that it's dried. And I've got this arm that I am pleased with. I'm going to add a little bit more red veining. Just a little. Because I'm not pleased. You gotta have a little red veining there to make it look real. Because I'm not painting a doll. If I was just wanting to do a doll, that'd be easy. I'd paint the face up real quick. I'd do a flesh color, some highlights, bam, done. But I'm not going for a doll. I'm going for a baby. And that's why they're called Reborn, because they look like real babies. And if you look at a baby, forget a baby. Look at your own arm, your feet, your legs. You got veins. So you got to paint the veins on. And I may end up having to go back and do it all over again, because once I'm done with this process, now I'm getting a little bit more happy. It's coming to life with the veins, just the veins only. But once I get done with this, and get the veins all nice and perfect, then she's got to get baked. That's what I say, you know, my little itty bitty brush, whenever it's like, I need to clean my brush, and I'm just like, stick it in my mouth. Corona. It's going to be baked anyway, so Whatever germs I got, it's going to be dead. What color? I mean, that's sad, you know. This is so thin. It's like I forget what color I'm even painting it. Those are blue veins I'm painting. Oops. Yep. Now I'm going in with the red. Doing a little red vein here, a little red vein there, here vein, there vein, everywhere red vein. Old Mick Ryan, had to think of the name. Old Mick Ryan had some veins. R-Y-A-N. Oh, yeah. Some little delirious. No, the paint fumes are not getting to my head. I plead the fifth. Ooh. Going back and retouching. I mean, see, I've already painted this one. And it's been almost 2 hours in. I've already painted this arm. Another arm. And the hands and all. I'm still coming back and retouching. And then whenever I get done and she draws again, she draws again, Ryan, I'll just say the name. Whenever Ryan draws again, then I'll come back. And once I make sure the veins are painted well and everything, what I am going to do off camera, heat my oven up, bake it for a permanent paint, because nothing is permanent. Like right now, oh my gosh, that's why I'm not eating or drinking anywhere. I have a drink in here, but it's on the floor down here in the bottle. I'm not risking putting any liquid on my table, because as soon as something spills, all the paint gone. Like I could take a rag right now, barely dampen it, wipe it, everything gone. But once I bake Ryan, then that'll be it. Everything will be permanent. Permanent, permanent. Not going anywhere. And then what'll really make it permanent is whenever you put sealer on, which I have to get that. So it's not just the work that you put into it, because, I mean, there's a lot. You're putting a lot of work into it because it takes so long, because each one of these tiny little veins, you see I'm painting them on. And if it's not right, wipe it off, redo it, and then once it's okay, it's perfect the way it is, and you set it down, and once the paint's on there for a little while and it dries, it's like, oh wait, I got to go back and add more, I got to do more, and then you do it again and it dries again, and it's like, really? I got to do more? I thought I was done. You're not done. When you think you're done, that's when you know you're not done. You got to go at it again and again and again. And then once it's finally good and dried and okay, now I'm done. It's dry. Then you got to bake it. Yep. Sounds awful. Definitely don't do it to a real one, but that would be even worse. I'm not trying to be more, but I'm trying to concentrate. I keep going back and forth between the red and the blues and the red and the blue and the red and the blue and the red and the blue. Putting all the little veins on there. I think she's got enough blue. I'm just going in with the red veins now. Oh. I'm almost done. But like I said, as soon as I think I'm done, then I won't be done. Just like my hand. I was done with the hand, and then I came down here. Logan Cooper. Hi! I don't know what VOI or VOL means. I know FYI. But I don't know what you were meaning. Volume? Let me go back in with the hands because I gotta add more red to her hand, his hand, Ryan's hand. And this paintbrush is a little too thick. So I'm coming back in with my really, 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 really fine thin one. Ooh, that's a little too dark. I want a little too heavy-handed on it. All right. Every time I think I'm done, I look at it again and I'm like, nope, needs more. Needs more. I know less is more, but you got a lot of veins in your hand, so sometimes less is more. Sometimes more is less. Depends on how you're looking at it. And I don't like that one there, so I'm kind of blending it in a little. Okay, done. No, I'm not done, but I am for now. So let me get my hand in a comfortable position, if I can. There you go. I think that looks good. See, I added a little in her arms and a little down here. Let's see, this side. So you can barely see the veining. And just think, I still haven't gotten to her fingernails yet. So I'll put this arm over here because I think I'm done. This one, I'm going to add a little bit more. Because now that it's dry, I'm just going to do a little more. Don't let me forget, I'm doing blue. A little more here. Getting that clean. Cleanish. Coming in with my red again. Okay. I think I'm going to do a little few in there. It's hard to do hands though. And there we go. We've got veins that I'm going to have to go back over. I know I'm going to have to go back over, but not now. And here's what I did with the foot earlier. You can barely see. There's a lot of veins in there, and I'm going to have to go back and do more. My back is hurting. This one I haven't touched at all. So you can see here some veins. And here it's still plain. There's nothing there. And if I don't know how well it's showing up on my camera, but hopefully you're not going, you haven't done anything at all. I have. But it's just light. Oh my word. Y'all, I'm hurting. I'm hurting and I need a drink. Hold on. I'm not drinking on camera. Even though I'm not drinking anything ugly. That's not my preferred drink, but that's what the only thing they had. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at now. And what I need to do. I don't remember. I'm going to have to look it up. I don't remember. I don't remember the oven temperature. Sorry. I'm tired. And allergies. I've been up. Oh, anyway, I don't remember the temperature, the oven temperature right now, so I'm going to have to go and look that up before I start baking any of these. But whenever I do, that's why I want to do all of them instead of doing one arm and then the other. Well, I mean, I want to have it all done, like this arm, then this arm, then this foot, and make sure the leg and everything is just right. That way, once I get it all done, I'm going to get my big glass pan, the biggest one I can find, and put them all in there together so that I won't have to bake them individually. Trying to save some power here. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not going to be able to get to you today. But that's my favorite part. I can't wait to do the face because, you know, that's what makes a baby. Ugh. But yeah, before I do. I mean, I'm going to finish this first. I'm not going to get a chance to get to this today. But anyway, whenever I do get to a good stopping point, I'm going to go and look to find, because I haven't done this in so long. But I'll go and look and find out the baking temperature and the time and all that good stuff and throw this all in together. And bake it all together, because how crazy would that be if I was doing it separate, you know? Like if I got one arm, let me go bake that. Next arm, now I'll bake that. No. Trying to save some power here. Especially with the food going up and everything else in price. It's like, oh my word. I'm not sure about leg veinage. I don't wear shorts. I know you don't have a whole lot of veins going through your legs, so I'm doing best I can. Did I get... No. I keep on thinking, oh yay, the second leg. No, I haven't even touched the other one. Oh. But yeah, now y'all, hopefully people can understand a little bit better on why people charge as much as they do. They're like, oh my gosh, it's just a doll. Why is it Because one, the kits are not cheap. And then all the work that goes into them. It takes hours. I'm 2 hours in. I may or may not do all of this on camera. And if I do, it will not be today. There's no way that I can finish this in a day. I got light glaring onto the paint here. So I'm like, I can't tell what it looks like. Gotta mix it up. Oh boy. And it got a little darker. So I had to be real careful how I put this on. But yeah. Are we having fun? I like the way this red looks though. Once you put in, I mean the blue you can tell and it's okay, but whenever you start going in with the red lines, it just looks more real. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this entire baby live anyway, or even record it. I'm not gonna record. I'm not good at electronics and technology and all that good stuff. But I'm learning. But this takes so long. But anyway, yeah, you gotta paint the veins on. And then whenever you think you're done, you gotta paint on more or take it off or wipe or whatever it is that you gotta do a few times. I mean, you gotta go back and forth. And then once you're, oh, I'm finally happy, then it takes more money to heat up your oven to bake it. And then you gotta pull it out. Okay, good. No, you're not done. Whenever you get done with that, you gotta paint skin on. And then once the flesh color, you know, it's good and baked. Oh, we're done? No, you're not done. You still got all these little wrinkles to do. All the little crooks and crannies and everything else. And then that's what I can't wait to get to the face. I enjoy doing that. Well, I did the last time. That was my favorite of everything. But painting the eyelids and the eyes and each little tiny little nook and cranny, and then the shading in the cheeks, the lips, oh, it just brings it to life. But yeah, and then once all that's done, yay, she's finally painted. Or he, Ryan will be done. No, Ryan won't be done. Whenever all that's done, I haven't quite decided on the hair yet. This one, matter of fact, this one, Ryan did not come with hair. But to add hair, I could paint hair on. And I think what I'm going to do, I am going to paint a little tiny bit, just to at least give me a guideline on where I want the hair to go, because hair placement, not easy. I want to get a different thing to, oh, my ears started ringing. I want to get a different little hair punchy thing, because it's only got one little needle thing to it, and you have to hold the hair on and then stab the head continuously. And I want one where it's, I can't remember what they're called, but it's like, it's got 3 prongs on it instead of one, so you get more hair into it. But you got to put the hair in, and then whenever you finally get the hair in, you got to Make sure it's the right, however you want it, whatever. And then you take, once you get the hair in, yeah, I'm talking because I'm kind of letting this dry up a little bit. Once you get the hair in, you're going to take a wedge, little makeup wedge. And I got like an alligator clip thing. It's a long piece. Then whenever you get the hair in, then you take one of these little sponges, which we're going to use later to paint. But once you get all the hair placed in there, then you put your little thing in. Put glue on that. Go inside and go all around real good, dabbing to make sure so the hair won't fall out. And lucky me, my baby's hair may end up falling out if anybody picks her up and plays and starts trying to pick at her hair because I forgot to glue. Okay? But it's mine. And nobody's going to bother her that way. So I'm good with that. Okay, painting veiny little lines, veiny little lines, veiny little lines. It's a little thick. But anyway, nobody's going to pick and prod and whatever, so I'm not worried about her hair falling out. But it takes, that's the hardest part, I guess. Because you can stab and stab and stab. And it's like, okay, well, I've stabbed enough. And then you move it and realize, nope. There's a long way to go. It takes so long to root hair. That's why I want to get another rooting tool. But we'll see. Oh, okay, I'm speeding up. Trying to without messing up. I want to get done with at least this leg today. I want that vein to go all the way down. I'm tired. I know I keep saying that, but I am. And I don't want to bore y'all by talking, but I don't like that at all. I don't want to bore y'all by talking, but I mean, I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm sure y'all don't want to sit here and listen to me yap all day, but at the same time, I don't want to sit there and watch paint dry. Sorry, not sorry, I had to. I just want to find that medium. Paint medium. You're not funny with your dad jokes, I know. I'm not trying to be, that's just me. I'm by myself a lot, so I'm not used to talking to people, especially whenever nobody's talking back. I think I'm done with the blue. More red veins. Like y'all can tell what I'm doing. I'm looking at my camera and going, it looks white. Are you even putting anything on there? I am. It's just so light. Not too much. Flip you around this way. Cooking with bacon. I said cooking with bacon, not cooking bacon. Because if anybody that knows me and some of y'all, what? I don't like bacon. What? Bacon grease cooked and stuff? Yeah. Hamburger? Oh, yeah. But not with bacon on it. Can you tell I'm hungry? Okay, I think I'm done. Kinda, sorta. Okay, that vein came out a little bit too thick. Pat it some, pat it. Alright, I'm tired. I mean, you can't tell. I know y'all can't tell. But there's some vein. Yeah, do a little pivot on your toe, baby. There you go. See the little veins? They're starting to come out more and more. Now, once this dries, which won't take long because it's basically dry now, then I'll go off camera and do some more. But here's the before, because I still haven't touched this foot at all. Compared to this one. It looks like there's some of those raised veins, just like it would on a person, in my opinion, compared to nothing at all. And this paint, it's not puff paint at all, so it's not like raised up or anything, but it's, for now, it has kind of like that illusion. Oh my goodness, I'm getting cold again. I'm cold nature. It's not cold here, but I'm cold. Oh, I'm tired. Sorry. I'm stiff. I've been sitting here so long. So what I am going to do, I'll go off camera. Probably do the other one. Just tired. Martin. What is that? Oh. The bird got quiet, so she just now started doing a little flitter, and I was like, what? Because my living room door's open. Oops. And I can't see because I've got my curtains drawn. Yeah, I've got curtains across here. Wrong one. Wrong way. If I can flip you. Yeah. I had to draw them earlier because I almost hit something I wasn't supposed to. Anyway, it is. I keep looking to find out what time it is on the kitchen stove, but there's a box of stuff in front of it, so it's going on 5 o'clock here. And I have been working on this for a while. I'm tired. It's almost 5. I think it's quitting time. Not for me permanently, but what I am going to do, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to go rest for a little bit. Get some coffee. Either it's going to wake me up or put me to sleep. There's no in between. But I'm tired, and I don't mean I'm sleepy. I mean I'm tired. It just wears me out sitting for so long whenever I'm not used to sitting in here I'm not used to this chair. I'm not used to anything in here. I'm used to being in my room crocheting by myself all day long on my couch. And whenever I'm on my couch, I'm sitting on my heating pad on my nice, comfy, cozy, good couch. It's nice, it's firm, but I'm used to getting up and down, on and off that heating pad. I can't sit still, or else this is what happens. I'm stiff, I'm hurting. I need a break. I can't sit all day. I've got to get up and I've got to move and I've got to do stuff, but I'm going to try to come back periodically. Not going to do it on camera, but what I am going to do off camera, I'm going to do on and off. I'm going to get these veins done, get ready for it to go in the oven and all that good stuff. I got a gnat flying around. And then once I get all that done, because I'm sure I've bored y'all enough by just painting these veins, and it's like, oh my goodness, is she ever going to stop? Yeah, I'm not going to do the rest of it on camera, because there's a lot to do. I don't know if I'm going to come back on camera or not and do the veining in the face, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm done for now. I may or may not do another live later today. I'm just excited to get this done, and I want to be able to show people why people charge so much for a baby doll. If you want a baby doll, go to Walmart. They sell them. They've got really, really good babies there. They look pretty. They're whatever. But yeah, if you want a reborn, I'm glad I picked this up. Because I was looking at it going, what is wrong with that? Why is that vein so dark? Duh, no wonder. And I'm like, do I really have to get back? No, I don't. This is my practice leg. That's why it's so dark and so ugly. And it's never been baked, so I can just wash it off. Hopefully. And it's covered in... Anyway. But I want you to know what goes into it. Not just what goes into it out of your wallet. Because you got to buy the baby. And if you're not getting a full kit, then you got to go back and you got to buy more. And right now, I have to go back and buy more because my kit that I have, what you've been seeing me do, arms, legs, head. Here's the body. Here's the little ring for the neck. I got little plugs in it. The plugs that whenever we're finished and I'm finally putting it together. Then the glass beads that I have to go and purchase. Then you put the glass beads in here and then you get your stuffing. Not the same kind that I use with my crochet, but then it's a different kind. Then I gotta buy, okay, so purchase to go. Glass beads, stuffing. Then I put the caps in there to hold all of it in. Then I'll put that on the body. But, yeah. Something else. Oh. I gotta buy more mineral spirits. Probably. Don't know. I'm gonna wait and see how far this will take me. I'll probably be able to finish up. But while I'm thinking about it, I'm glad I did pick it up. Because I gotta put this cap on there. Because it will get yucky. And you gotta buy your mineral spirits separate anyway. That's even if you do buy a full kit. What else was I thinking? But yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into it, and there's a lot, really a lot that goes into it, because it's not just the painting and everything. Once you get to the hair, you got to stick the hair in. And then a lot of people, I'm sure there'll be, well, I ordered a baby doll and it doesn't even have any clothes. Well, if you want clothes, you got to buy them separate. They don't come with onesies. They don't come with diapers. They don't come with anything. Whenever you see a baby doll, even whenever you go and you're looking at a place where that's all they do is sell Reborns, like if you're going to buy a kit from the place where I got mine, it's not going to come with clothes. You have to do that on your own. This is what you're going to get. And some of them don't have this. Mine came with little ropes instead of these little zip ties. You want clothes? Better go to Walmart, boo. Yeah, it's not going to come with clothes. It doesn't come with diapers. Mine, for people that make purchases for me, if you want clothes, okay. But you're getting charged more because I'm not buying clothes. Not, much work as it goes into it. But I will tell you on this one what she is going to get. Diapers don't come with them. Not when you're buying a kit. Once I'm done and I start getting mine up and going, I'm not going to do all these reborns on camera. I do better. I can do better. I can do faster. I can do whatever off camera. I like YouTube. It's real fun and fine and dandy and everything, but I just can't do it like this right now until I get more used to it, until I get set up, but anyway, what you are going to get from me, you're going to get your reborn with a diaper on it. You are going to get it in a onesie. I'm not doing clothes like the regular, if it's a boy or girl, I'm not doing a suit and tie. You can forget it. That's expensive. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money oh, look at that cute little dress. I don't have it. I'm sorry. Clothes are expensive. You know this. Even if you don't have kids, you know how much it costs you for your clothes. I don't have money to do that. But anyway, you're going to get, as of now, I can't say what the future will hold because I'm just now getting into this. But for me, you're going to get your newborn, reborn, not a newborn. My baby days is over. You're not getting no newborn. Oh, Lord bless me. Bless me to say my words right. Lord have mercy. No, you're going to get a reborn, not a newborn. You're going to get your reborn. No matter if it's here, now, in the future, in the whatever, you're going to get with a diaper on. Each kit is different. Some of them come with chest plates, back plates. Some of them, like this one, it doesn't come that way. There are different shapes, different sizes, different races. What you're not going to get, and I'm not speaking for the future, but for right now, what you are not going to get, you are not going to get an awake baby. I'm nervous about trying eyes, so for my reborns as of now, once it's finished, you'll see you're going to get a sleeping baby. Babies need a lot of sleep, and these are going to get them. I would bring my baby in here to show you mine again. If you want to see mine, go back on my other live feed. I show her little Sally Beth, but she's not a newborn. She's probably 3 months, give or take, 3 to 6 months old, because she's heavy. And anyway, this one's smaller. This is a new infant reborn size. I thought that was the size that I was getting whenever I got mine. Didn't happen. Not complaining. She's perfect. She's just a chunky little thing, that's all, and that's okay. Some people have big babies. But anyway, you're going to get a diaper. No matter what. Unless you order a 2 or 3 year old, and I'm not comfortable doing those yet either. Hopefully one day I'll get there. But anyway, you're not going to get a naked baby. Naked babies I'm not going to do. And these are also another reason why I keep saying with Ryan, he or she, is because Ryan is technically a male, but you can't tell if that's a male or a female. It's just a perfect baby, period. With paint on and everything, it's just a perfect baby. And then whenever you look at the body, this is I'm not doing a gender doll. This is the body. You've got a breast, a body. This is the bottom with nothing. This is as closest to a gender as you're going to get. That's the booty. Okay? And I would put my fingers in there to show you, but there's caps in here. So I can't put my fingers in there all the way. That's where the stuffing is going to stop. But you see the booty? Then there's the chest area. That's as close as you're going to get to a gender. So what you choose to do with yours, it can be a male, it can be a female. It's up to you, whatever. But I can promise you this. With me, you will get a diaper on the baby. You will get, as of now, you will get a onesie. It will come with already on the baby. Like, doesn't come with a chest plate, but chest plate or back plate. But you're going to get a onesie. You're going to get a diaper. If you want a crocheted Afghan, receiving blanket, whatever, you're not getting it. And I'm not being ugly about it. I'm really, really, really not. I promise I'm not. But it's a lot of work. All of this, even though I didn't actually hand make this, no, but I'm hand painting it. And I'm, you know, it's a lot of work. And then the money that also goes into it, you know, if you want clothes, you've got to do, you know. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I can't even get my words straight. But then the power that goes into it, I still have to do more shopping to be able to get it stuffed right and everything. So, I mean, it's a lot of work. And you'll see whenever I get there. But like I say, I'm not doing all of the rest of this on live. I'm too tired. It's late. It's right here at 5 o'clock. I need a break. I'm tired. I've been doing more than just this today. But, oh, and sponge. Yeah. I got this sponge, but I got looking. I was like, no, it's already been used. You're going to need sponges. So I have to go and buy more sponges. And this isn't the right one anyway, but I was going to see if it'll work. No, it won't. I have to go and... So I've got to get more sponges, glass beads, stuffing, and I can't remember what else. I know, maybe more mineral spirits because, yeah, I'm not done. And this is going to take me a while. And for the person that's possibly watching this going, will you shut up talking? I shouldn't say that word. Will you stop talking and get back to making my doll? Yes, I will quit talking. And I will get back to making your doll. If this is in fact yours, because I do not know. First come, first serve. But I'm not going to do that now because I haven't had anything to eat. So I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm going to take a break. My back is hurting so bad. So I'm going to get up, get something to eat, move around, take a break, get some coffee to wake up or go to sleep. I've got my mess here on the table that I've got to clean up. I've got this paint I've got to do. I got to clean up these paintbrushes a little. The rest of it, yeah, you can say I'm not dealing with it. But anyway, I'm going to take a break. I really appreciate those of you that did join me. Even if you left out early, I appreciate you. I know this is probably boring, but who knows? Maybe next time I come on here and I won't be talking about this. Who knows? I'm thinking, you know, maybe I'll come up with something else, you know, like one of my favorite YouTubers of all, Bailey Sarian. You know, it's Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Monday. Yeah, she is so cute. I love her. I have watched, whenever I found her, I watched every single one of her videos, and I haven't watched them from this week yet. Oh my word. But I'm not saying I'm going to try and do her or anything, but maybe I'll have a topic to where instead of me just sitting here talking about the baby dolls, because you can obviously see what I'm doing, and unlike Bailey, y'all, she is just so good at what she does, and I love her for it. She has such a way of telling stories, and her makeup, which I don't have the confidence to do, but yeah, she's putting on her paint. I'll put on mine. I do wear makeup, but I started getting into makeup. I just don't want, I just don't do it every day. I have to be in the mood to want to. But anyway, maybe I'll come on here, and I'm not going to do, I don't know. I can't tell you what I am or what I'm not going to do, but next time, instead of straight up just talking about this doll and popping off at the mouth, maybe I'll come on here with a real topic. I don't know. Any suggestions? Let me know in the comment section below. And I'll have a peek into it. And if there's anything that catches my eye and it's like, yeah, I would like to know about that. Maybe I can look something up and talk about that while I paint. Thanks for the idea, Bailey. No, I don't. Again, I could never be a Bailey Sarian. And there's others that I like too. I can't think of their names. I know one of them. I can remember her name because it's my granddaughter's name. Her name is Eleanor. She does stuff like that. And there's this other girl I like. I can't remember. I'm not good at names. I don't remember. But she's the African American, black, whatever. I'm trying to be politically correct. But anyway, you get it. With the blue eyes. Oh, I love her. But, she does the time machine, if you ever watched her. And, there's the other one I like. I can't remember her name. Oh, she does such pretty makeup, too. I mean, I don't think she does hers on camera, but I've got a face on my head. I can't remember. But then there's also the other one with the red hair. I know. And the other one. But I can remember Bailey Sarian because she's my favorite. And then the other one is, she does Coffee and Crime Time. I enjoy her. And she's got really, really red hair. Oh, and she wears glasses. She can't see without her glasses. Ask a Mortician. I love her. And I like the parody that the other person did of her. Can't remember that person's name either. But I about lost it whenever I watched that parody. My bangs and I. Anyway, I'm hushing because I'm tired and I need a break. And if you're still here, I'm sure you're going, I definitely do too. I'm tired. Anyway, and I know I see a lot of my crochet people, they're going and doing their lives, and I want to go join them, and I will if I can, but I'm tired. I'm going to rest. My paint's over here drying. I don't want that to happen and get my brushes all yucky. I do want to buy some more brushes, but I still got to use the ones I have, and I don't want them to get messed up, so y'all have a wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. And if I can figure out how to flip this and do this, we're going to get out of this live. Okay, and I am all alone because I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, that's not what I want. All right, if I can figure this out, I will talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. And have a blessed day. Love you. Bye. Oh, bye.